And look at how clean all that is. No mess anywhere. I mean, this place is completely, completely clean. No, no messes to clean up anywhere. Okay, that's a lie. Hey guys, welcome back to Life of Bliss. My name is Kyle, and today's going to be a shop video. I'm going to be doing some work down here the next few days in my shop, and the main goal is to get this corner cleaned up, get these chairs off the wall. That is actually, those aren't my chairs. Those will be going to my parents' place. But to get these walls cleaned up and then to put some plywood on the walls here, build some stud frame, throw some plywood up. As you can see here in Clifford the Big Red Trailer, we have plenty of studs. We've got 1/2-inch plywood to go on the walls, top plates, base plates, everything in the trailer there. And the goal is to be able to not only be able to put cabinets or, shelves up against the wall here, and not have to worry about puncturing the insulation, but also be able to hang cabinets, put a workbench up against it, be able to have something that's going to protect all that insulation and make it a more usable space. Because as you can see here, there's been plenty of punctures in this insulation, and that's obviously not good. So I've already started the process of taping these up. Got a couple different tapes I'm using to make all that airtight and to get everything sealed. But there's a couple things along the way that I'll be having to redo, such as some of these lines. This is a water line here. There's some electrical and air line coming back down there in the corner. And not really have to redo a whole lot, but more just put some elbows in to get those in front of where that plywood wall is going to be, instead of running straight through the girt and down along the insulation there. So a few things to redo along the way, but tonight the goal is to get all this cleaned up, get some stud walls built, and eventually after the plywood goes up, I'll be painting it as well. I've got some Kills primer here that I got colored gray, and I'll probably just stick with the primer. I'm not gonna probably throw a top coat on it. We'll see. I may do it down the road, but anyways, figured I would bring you guys along. Now, another thing I'm going to be doing here soon is getting rid of these windows that are in here. That one there is actually broken, so that's not great, but these are just a bad source for heat loss and also bugs coming in. There's a lot of daylight that you can see around these, and my dad did try to obviously fill all that with some spray foam, but it is just not cutting it. So we're going to get rid of those, get some new metal to put on the outside to get all that sealed up, and then we'll continue to build the plywood walls on top of where those windows were. So most of this shop will be covered with plywood, at least for the first 7.5 foot or so. So that way, like I said, we can utilize that space a little bit better, hang things, lean things against it. So let's go ahead and get started and see where we get tonight. So I got the first stud wall up, and I kind of figured I would explain what I'm doing. I mean, it's just traditional 16-inch on center studs. Went ahead and drove some nails into the concrete to make sure that that base plate is going to stay put. That's treated wood there just in case it does get wet, because I will be washing vehicles in here every now and then. But I did go ahead, that one did not go all the way through, but the nail gun is actually strong enough to drive through the steel, just traditional framing nails. I threw a couple of those in there just to hold it in place after I got it all plumbed up, and I'm going to come back with some of these, which is self-tapping wood to metal screws, and that's just to make sure that this is going to be a nice tight squeeze in there to make sure everything's secure, nothing's going to be moving around. Like I said, I'm going to be hanging cabinets on these eventually and things like that, so I want to make sure I had a nice sturdy wall to begin with. The plywood is going to be flush with the girts and the sides over here, so I'm going to take this electrical off, run the plywood all the way along the side in front of that there. So really you're not going to be seeing any of this metal until that 7.5 foot mark and up. So whenever this window comes out, I'll throw another frame in there, continue the plywood and the framing over. And yeah, that's kind of the pattern that I'll be following. So I'll go ahead, throw a couple of these screws in the wall to get it set in, and first wall is done. Well, besides plywood, but that'll come tomorrow. So something else kind of cool that I'm planning on doing is, along with the plywood walls, the plywood's going to be running all the way to the top of that metal there, and I'm going to cut it off. I'm also going to be putting a shelf up on top of there that's going to be coming straight out. That's going to be probably about a foot deep shelf, and that piece of metal right there is about 3 inches thick, which is the thickness of two 2x4s stacked on top of each other. So I'm going to take some of those 2x4s over there, throw them up top for a little bit extra support inside of that gird up there, and then put that foot-long shelf coming across the top and have something to nail into. So that way I not only will have the plywood walls, but a shelf up top to be able to set things on. It'll make more sense when you guys see it, but I think it'll be pretty cool. Give me a little bit more storage. So this is where I'm going to stop for tonight. We will hit it back up tomorrow.
The very next evening.
All right, ready to get the plywood up on the walls. As you can see, I have cut right about 6 inches off the top there. I'm actually using that on the bottom to give me a 1/2 inch of space that I will set that on before I nail it up, just to protect it in case there's any water or anything like that on the floor. It's not going to be hitting that plywood and rotting it on its way up. I also took my electrical line here, disconnected it from the metal. I'm going to slide that behind here and push it all the way over to here almost, and that way it will it'll actually be right in the center of that stud right there. So I've got a good starting point for both those sheets on a stud, just like a typical piece of drywall that you'd be doing. So we'll go ahead and get these screwed to the wall. I've got some 2.5 inch decking screws that I'm going to be using. I thought about using drywall screws. Actually, I was going to use drywall screws, and the more I looked into it, the more and more people were saying, don't use drywall screws. I probably could have gotten away with it, but a box of screws is only 30 bucks, so that should be plenty to get me through this entire project. So we'll go ahead, start getting this plywood up on the walls here, then we'll start on this one. This is gonna take a little while. Let's try something real quick. Nice. All right, now let's get that plywood going next. And there we go. Plywood pieces are up. Neat little trick when you have a YouTube channel. You just snap your fingers and things get done. I wish. All right, next up to finish this wall up, I need to move this air compressor back. I'm gonna build the wall up to this metal support right here, and I need to cut the line right there for the air compressor, pull that back away from the wall, remove all of this going on here, and probably cut the line up there. I'll reroute it in front of the wall eventually, but got to move everything out before I can build the wall, so we'll get that going. So we got all of the walls put up in here that I'm going to do for now. I'm going to have to start moving some electrical stuff over there before I throw that next sheet on. But this corner is completely done. And like I said, that window's going to have to come out before the rest goes up as well. Next step, I'm going to make my shelves for up top. I'm going to cut this 4x8 piece into foot-long strips. So there's going to be 4 1-foot by 8-foot strips on here. And I'm going to be mounting those up top, giving me a little shelf to put things on, just a little bit more storage, a little bit of, I don't know, decorative stuff if I find stuff that I want to just throw up there. So that'll be nice to have. I'm going to go ahead and cut these, get everything painted, mounted, and this part should be done for my shelves to be thrown up against the wall. All right, guys, have a little issue, but I've got a solution for it. I slept on it after getting everything painted, came back down and looked at it again. It's just too light for me. It looks really kind of baby blue here in person. It definitely has good light reflective properties since it's a lighter color, but the color's just messing with me a little bit too much. So I took the 5 gallons back to Menards and just had them throw a little bit more dye in it for a different color to make it darker. It's more of a slate gray now. So I'm gonna go ahead and repaint everything here, and then we'll just continue with that more slate gray as I put more wood up. But yeah, this baby blue's gotta go. Let's get it darker and see how it looks. So we'll take a look up here. You can see, put 2 2x4s on their side for supports all the way down. About every 18 inches, 2 foot, something like that. Just something to screw this top plate into. And I took some cabinet screws with some washer heads and screwed this in. This is plenty secure. About 4 screws per 8-foot board is plenty. A lot of stuff's gonna be sitting right in the middle. This is just to make sure this doesn't tip over. Nothing's really gonna be hanging from this front edge here, so should be plenty sturdy for what I need to do. So let's go ahead. I'll throw up the other 2 shelves up on the wall, and this part of the project should be complete. And there we go. We got the first stage of building these walls done. Now, like I said, I'm gonna go around the shop and do this everywhere, but I've got these windows I'm getting ready to take out. I'm actually ordering steel for this tomorrow. Hopefully gonna be getting that done in the next few weeks. We'll see how things go. But as you can see, these turned out great. That color is so much better than the original color that I grabbed. It was just way too light, way too baby blue. But yeah, definitely better than that original kind of light gray blue color. And as you can see, the shelf there, holding a few cans that I got, just stuff like that's gonna be going up here for now, just kind of get it off the floor. But you can see where I screwed these in and continuing it on down the wall. But that gives me a nice solid 1 foot of space that I can throw stuff up there. That's a 5-gallon gas can, I believe. 6-gallon gas can. It's got plenty of room to stay up there. It's not full, but it actually hold it and support the weight if it were full, because really most of the weight is on this wall itself. It's not hanging on this edge. I mean, you could hang some stuff on here, some lights or something like that. I won't be hanging anything heavy, but enough to support what it needs to. Definitely a lot more usable space than what there was before. So I'm super excited about it. If you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe, because I've got a lot of projects to do down here. I'm really hoping to get this wrapped up and how I'd like it to be so I can start working on some other things around the house. And stereo-wise and speaker-wise, I've got some plans that I've been putting off for a long time just because I don't have the space to do anything. So like I said, be sure to subscribe if you're not. I really appreciate you guys watching Life of Bliss, and I will see you soon. We have Becky, the lovely camera assistant today. Say hi, Becky.
Hello.